It is 12 p.m. and if your voice is low, welcome back to Solo Quest. Let's talk about sleeping time in China. Sleeping is a luxury, but what if I tell you you can have that luxury if you are working in China? Now, if you wait till the end of the video, I'll tell you all about sleeping at work and how not to get yourself in trouble. So my pronunciation might be wrong, but they call it the wǔshuì. Basically, it's like a midday rest where people just shut off and go to sleep in the midday section. Now, this is a way for them to restart their whole energy because they wake up in the morning, they have a burst of energy, but in the mid-afternoon, people start to get groggy and they have another nap, and which refreshes the energy to finish off the rest of the afternoon. Now, typically in an office, they would have like a 1 hour break. It's a half hour for eating and also another half hour for sleeping. But in some cases, some company would extend that by another 15 or 20 minutes for sleeping time. And that way their employee will be a lot more happier. Now, if you are working in school, it's like a different kind of beast. And around 12 p.m., this is where you eat. You have a whole hour to go eat. And then after that, you have another whole hour to go to sleep as well. So typically 1 hour eating or 1.5 hours sleeping. Now, what usually happens during the sleep hour? If you are a teacher, you typically would have your own bed that is built in under your desk. Usually these are like foldable beds you can like fold out. And of course, these are shared between previous teacher and also you, unless if it's like a new table, of course you get a new bed. So try to get your own bed sheet and also pillow as well, because hell, I don't know if they even wash it or not. But if you are working in an office, they do expect you to just bring your own pillow or either bring one of those like airplane pillow and also a blanket. Right, so now we got the gist of the whole sleeping culture in China. But what is it like when it hits 12:30 up to 1:30 p.m.? Now, typically if you work in an office, school, or training center, lights are all out and people are getting ready to sleep and they get their beds ready, etc. like that. And there is no rule for you not to go to sleep, but there is an unspoken rule where you just have to stay quiet or either try not to use any plastic utensils or either anything that can make a crackly sound and which bother other people's sleep. During the sleeping hour, are you required to sleep as well? No, you don't have to sleep. You can actually go outside and do the things that you want, or turn on the LED and put on the lowest setting and still do your work. Typically, I would just go outside and just relax, play my games. But from what I heard, it does help out a lot of people when it comes to sleeping in the middle of the day. It does improve their mood as well. All right, so how's the outside factor during the midday rest hour? Now, of course, not everybody's asleep. It's not just like Sleeping Beauty kind of deal. There are some life here and there, but the majority of people will sleep. Now, if you go to a more local area, you can see the shop owners sleeping on their table. And you kind of feel guilty of waking them up, but you can just like knock on the table and said, hey, I want some wǔshuì or either some bowl noodle, something like that. And they'll cook it up for you and go back to sleep. And it's just a normal thing to do. Of course, if you come to the city center or either the malls and stuff like that, there is no nap time. Typically outside around 12 up to 2 p.m.-ish, you can see like security guards just sleeping on the grass over there, or either construction workers sleeping under the bridge, or either just office workers sleeping on the grass on the park. It's a normal thing to do. Are they even afraid of getting mugged? Definitely not, because they still have their phone on their chest while sleeping just like this. And I think in China it's pretty safe. You don't really have to worry about being mugged or either anything like that in general. So you can just basically sleep anywhere if you want, but you do have the risk of getting bitten by mosquitoes. But I think that's a small risk comparison to how it is back in the States. The main gist of it is that there's gonna be a lot of people sleeping around this time, and don't worry about anyone sleeping on the park, under the bridge, and they're not sick. They're just taking a rest, midday rest, so you don't have to nudge on them thinking that, oh, I'm worried, this guy's passing out on the floor. But yeah, this is just normal thing to do in China. Just go to sleep and relax. But yeah, that's about it. if you have any question, just comment down below. I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. Until next time, Solo Quest logging out. Peace.
哎呀，Solo Quest。